Thank you everybody for coming back to our Iron Man series, and now we will look at the solo series. After issue 99 March 1968, the Tales of Suspense series was renamed as Captain America. An Iron Man story appeared in the short comic Iron Man and Submariner, April 1968, before the Golden Avenger made his solo debut with Iron Man 1, May 1968. The series Indicia gives its copyright title Iron Man, while the trademarked covered logo of most issue is the Invincible Iron Man. This initial series ended with issue 332, September 1996. Jim Lee, Scott Lobdell, and Jeff Loeb authored a second volume of the series, which was drawn primarily by Whilce Portacio and Ryan Benjamin. The volume took place in a parallel universe and ran 13 issues, November 1996 to November 1997. Volume 3, whose first 25 issues were written by Kurt Busiek and then by Busiek and Roger Stern, ran 89 issues, February 1988, December 2004. Later writers included Joe Quesada, Frank Terry, Mike Grell, and John Jackson Miller. Issue 41, June 2001, was additionally numbered 386, reflecting the start of dual numbering starting from the premiere issue of Volume 1 in 1968. The final issue was dual numbered as 434. The next Iron Man series, Iron Man Volume 4, debuted in early 2005 with the Warren Ellis written storyline Extremis, with artist Eddie Granov. It ran 35 issues, January 2005 to January 2009, with the cover logo simply Iron Man beginning with issue 13 and Iron Man Director of S.H.I.E.L.D. beginning issue 15. On the final 3 issues, the cover logo was written by War Machine, Weapon of S.H.I.E.L.D., which led to the launch of a War Machine ongoing series. The Invincible Iron Man by writer Matt Fraction and artist Salvador Larroca began with the premiere issue, cover dated July 2008. For a 7-month overlap, Marvel published both Volume 4 and Volume 5 simultaneously. The Invincible volume jumped its numbering of issues from 33 to 500, cover dated March 2011, to reflect the start from the premiere issue of Volume 1 in 1968. After the conclusion of the Invincible Iron Man, a new Iron Man series was started as a part of Marvel Now, written by Kieron Gillen and illustrated by Greg Land. It began with issue 1 in November 2012. Many Iron Man annuals, miniseries, and one-shot titles have been published through the years, such as Age of Innocence, The Rebirth of Iron Man, February 1996, Iron Man The Iron Age 1 to 2, which was published on September 1998, Iron Man Bad Blood 1 to 4, September to December 2000, and Iron Man House of M 1 to 3 editions were published in this between September to November in 2005. Fantastic Four Iron Man Big in Japan 1 to 4 editions were published December 2005 to March 2006. Iron Man The Inevitable 1 to 6, February to July 2006. Iron Man or Captain America Casualties of War, February 2007. Iron Man Hypervelocity 1 to 6, March to August 2007, and Iron Man Enter the Mandarin edition 1 to 6 was published in November 2007 to April 2008, and Iron Man Legacy of Doom, which was published in June to September 2008. Publications have included such spin-offs as the one-shot Iron Man 2020, June 1994, featuring a different Iron Man in the future, and the animated TV series adaptations Marvel Action are featuring Iron Man edition 1 to 8, which was published in November 1994 to June 1995, and Marvel Adventures Iron Man, which was published in 1 to 12 editions 2008 from July 2007. Then fictional character biography. Till here we completed the solo series which Iron Man possessed. Now we will see the fictional character's biography, which is the Iron Man. Now, origin. What was the origin of this character? Anthony Edward Stark is the son of Howard Stark, a wealthy industrialist who leads Stark Industries, and Maria Stark, a boy genius. He entered MIT at 15 to study engineering, and later received master's degrees in engineering and physics. After his parents are killed in a car accident, he inherits his father's company. Stark is injured by a booby trap and captured by enemy forces led by Wong Chu. Wong Chu orders Stark to build weapons, but Stark's injuries are dire and shrapnel is moving towards his heart. His fellow prisoner Ho Jensen, a Nobel Prize-winning physicist whose work Stark had greatly admired during college, constructs a magnetic chest plate to keep the shrapnel from reaching Stark's heart. In secret, Stark and Yinsen use the workshop to design and construct a suit of powered armor, which Stark uses to escape. During the escape attempt, Yinsen sacrifices his life to save Stark's by distracting the enemy as Stark recharges. Stark takes revenge on his kidnappers and rejoins the American forces, on his way meeting a wounded American Marine fighter pilot, James Rhodey Rhodes. Back home, Stark discovers that the shrapnel fragment lodged in his chest cannot be removed without killing him, and is forced to wear the armor's chest plate beneath his clothes to act as a regulator for his heart. He must recharge the chest plate every day or else risk the shrapnel killing him. The cover story that Stark tells the news media and general public is that Iron Man is his robotic personal bodyguard and corporate mascot. To that end, Iron Man fights threats to his company. Example: communist opponents Black Widow, the Crimson Dynamo and the Titanium Man, as well as independent villains like the Mandarin, who becomes his greatest enemy. No one suspects Stark of being Iron Man, as he cultivates a strong public image of being a rich playboy and industrialist. Two notable members of the series' supporting cast at this point are his personal chauffeur Harold Happy Hogan and secretary Virginia Pepper Potts, to both of whom he eventually reveals his dual identity. Meanwhile, James Rhodes finds his own niche as Stark's personal pilot, ultimately revealing himself to be a man of extraordinary skill and daring in his own right. The series took an anti-communist stance in its early years, which was softened as public and therefore presumably reader opposition rose to the Vietnam War. This change evolved in a series of storylines featuring Stark reconsidering his political opinions and the morality of manufacturing weapons for the US military. Stark shows himself to be occasionally arrogant and willing to act unethically in order to let the ends justify the means. This leads to personal conflicts with the people around him, both in his civilian and superhero identities. Stark uses his vast personal fortune not only to outfit his own armor, but also to develop weapons for S.H.I.E.L.D., other technologies, example Quinjets used by the Avengers and the image inducers used by the X-Men. Eventually, Stark's heart condition is publicly discovered when he was summoned by a congressional hearing, and Stark collapsed when his chest piece's power failed, causing a heart attack. Stark was medically examined, which revealed his hidden equipment, and was hospitalized, forcing Pepper to have Happy don his employer's armor to pose as Iron Man to protect his boss' secret identity. Eventually, that specific medical issue was resolved with an artificial heart transplant, which still required the chest pain. for some time to support the replacement organ. So till now this was the origin of the character Iron Man. As most of us have also seen the Iron Man first Iron Man 1 movie. In that movie also same things are shown, but with a twist, a little bit of twist. Like here it is said like Tony Stark says that his bodyguard was Iron Man, but in the original film of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, we saw at the last scene of the movie that Tony Stark says that I am Iron Man. So this was the thing that made Tony Stark Iron Man. In next session we will see 1970s and early 1980s. What happened during that time in the comic series of Iron Man. Till then, stay happy and stay blessed. Thank you.